and low. You never know which way the rhetoric is going. Classic Conversations with JT and Low. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. It's Classic Conversations with JT and Low. You never know which way the rhetoric is going. Classic Conversations with JT and Low.
Hey, yo, what's happening, people? It is 8:30, man. So that, but wait, is it before 8:30? No, it is 8:30. So it is that time, man. It is time for Classic Conversations with JT and Low.
And that's a cop.
Listen, man, we're going to get this thing going, bro. We got some great conversations going on. Got a special guest. He got a great story to tell. But we also got some news to tell you about Classic Conversations with JT and Low.
And that's a cop.
Listen, man, before we get started, I need you to hit those buttons over there, the like button, the love button, the smile button. Either way, any button that you hit is going to help our
algorithm
go up. And I also want y'all to be a part of this conversation, 404-500-1605. While you're being a part of the conversation, I need for you to all go ahead and go over there to YouTube, go on over there to Spotify, Amazon Music, man, and hit the button. Just put in Classic Conversations with a K on each one of them, Classic and Conversations, and just hit the button for us, man. Hit the button. Like, follow, share. I'm saying like, follow, because does all of them say follow, or do they say like?
Like, share, and subscribe.
Like, share, and subscribe. That's what. So we're going to make them do it 3 times?
At least one.
At least one.
Hey, get at least one of them in.
At least hit the button one time. I would love for you to hit
out
it
of the
3
three,
times,
we would much rather you subscribe.
Yeah. I need you to subscribe.
Then second would be share.
Yes.
And if you're just so lazy that all you can muscle your finger to do is like, then we'll accept that as well.
We'll take that too. So get on over there and do that. We're gonna get this thing started real quick before we go into the news about the show. Angelo, how was your week, brother?
Back to back, 3-time Big Ten champs. So the only thing that could make a Pittsburgh loss feel better is to win a Big Ten championship for the 3rd time in a row. So my weekend was fairly decent. Just with that being said, and I told my Georgia fans, the football gods, I said this junk all year long, the football gods will not allow a three-peat. So let it go, guys. The football gods, I've been saying all year, the football gods will not allow a three-peat. It's just not going to happen.
But you must admit this.
What can I admit?
When they announced the college football playoffs, when Michigan found out Michigan was cheering, but you could have heard a rat piss on Link Cotton when it came back that they had to play Alabama. I'm just saying.
Well, let me just say this to that statement. You tell me the team that's the number 1 seed that your first round matchup is against Alabama, you're not gonna be like, well, Dad. Who wouldn't think that? Tell me who wouldn't think that.
But it was so obvious, man. Everybody,
okay, answer my question.
Georgia.
Stop that. If they had to play on first round, they wouldn't be like, well, Dad, man, we just played them. Come on, man.
They know they'd be playing, but
They did that intentionally, but it's all good. We'll show Georgia how you put these guys in their place. Don't you worry about it. Well, I believe what?
Okay, all right.
I do believe it. Okay. What is saying?
You don't think he do?
Hey,
look at what he got
Hey,
on.
listen, you don't believe? Hey, listen.
11, 18.
What you gonna put on it?
Yeah.
Shoot, am I supposed to be scared?
Let's do it then. All right.
I'm gonna be scared.
You said 8.
And we're drinking right here. Good.
You said 8. Oh,
Come on, Joey,
a drink. I thought it said 18. I'm like, $18? What you?
Hey, we're gonna. Hey, listen, we're gonna beat them, man.
Good stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna knock them off.
I'm gonna be fucked up that night.
It's gonna be a good game.
So MJ, how was your weekend, guy?
Marvelous. Had some good football games. Chopped it up with the fellas. Lost my spade crown this weekend though, so I got to get that back. But
you was only borrowing it anyway. Huh? You was only borrowing it anyway.
we gonna bust again. Hey, it's gonna be a Classic Conversations. Turn
spade off. Let go.
That's gonna be the next late night wherever.
JT just lagged because JT know he not gonna be my partner.
JT one of them outside people.
Hey, man.
Next.
JT don't
And next never come.
JT don't take it serious enough.
5 people walk in, don't nobody pick him.
We ain't had no money on.
That's pretty Ricky over there. He just look good.
I wasn't taking it seriously.
JT don't take it
But
serious
just
enough.
because of that, if I was going to Florida this year, I would make sure I played against you this year,
Stop
just
that.
to make sure that you see that I was messing around, dude. I'm a spades guy. You already know I'm a dominoes guy. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Dwayne.
We ain't had
All
nothing else to do.
reneging and shit.
I ain't making this up.
My bad.
And I'm
Is that
telling
what you
ain't
played?
I'm telling you, he ain't making it up.
I had to keep looking back, like, hey, man, are you serious right now? You're like, JT, what you doing, man? what you doing? Well, JT, we don't really have to ask you how your weekend was, but we'll ask anyway, brother.
That was that Uncle Nearest.
That's what it was. All right.
Put it on Uncle Nearest.
All right. We'll
Hey,
accept
man, I had a
that
good
now.
weekend, man. I had a good weekend. Friday night, me and the wife went over to a friend of mine's house for our first Christmas event of the year. It's pretty dope, you know. Own cigar distributor, so he gave us some cigars. We kicked it and everything, had some good food and everything. Saturday, I went to an award show, Boss and Bossetta's Gala Award Show, and I was honored with one of the men to watch in Georgia. I'm totally psyched about that because, you know, sometimes you need to see or hear somebody's appreciation for you to keep pushing on what you're doing. Spoke about the podcast. A lot of people spoke about it. Had a lot of people that actually asked to be on the show. And these are some people that would benefit us as much as we benefit them. Just so you see, here goes one of the awards right here. I don't know if you can see that. Here's one of the awards right here that I got. I just know the star up top. But yeah, there it go. And then also a book that I co-authored about 2-3 years ago. I got a plaque for that also as being for reaching the highest sales. That's dope, but I ain't seen dividends to it. That's totally cool. But yeah, I haven't seen anything to that. But
That's funny.
yeah, it's you know, push me back towards certain things. I think I'm gonna go ahead and write. I was actually a co-author in that. You know, push me back towards some things. I think I'm actually gonna go ahead and author my own book next. My man, Coach Chuck Brown. I think he is watching. I'm you know, use his expertise. He's one of the guys, one of the coaches in God Guys. So that was a great night. And then Sunday, now this is the night that we've had these guys on the show before. ATL's Hottest. They had their finale. And the thing is, I did post one time about people voting for us, but I got the dates mixed up and I didn't post again. So I wanted to go give support. I really didn't expect for us to get the votes because I'd only said it to people once. And this is before I knew what adding @followers and @everyone and so everybody didn't get it when I put it out there. I didn't know what that stuff was back then. So only people that probably voted was the people that I thought was the people that I tagged. Well, ended up that a lot of people are actually listening. They're paying attention. Because Classic Konversations with JT and Low,
And that's a cop.
we are ATL's hottest television podcast for the year. There it is. Pass it on down, brother.
Is it a bid? No. Oh, okay. What's this? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
So shout out to the ATL's hottest committee. My man Bryant Marshall.
Dog, don't you just pick it up, man?
Yeah.
Can't take it nowhere.
But yes, shout out to the ATL's hottest committee. My man Bryant Marshall, young lady Terry Stevens. Really appreciate the recognition. The crazy thing though, I was so surprised that I went up there and they said the winner is Classic Konversations with JT and Low. So I walked up there. Like I said, I was totally surprised. I thanked everybody and everything. Then I walked off. I didn't say who I was. I didn't say who Angelo was. I talked about having a cop on the show. Somebody came up to me and said, "Hey, man, you ain't even say Angelo's name." And I got to thinking, I said, "Damn, man, he say my name." So I had to turn around and do another acceptance speech, a video, and post. I was going to post, but I figured I would wait till we announce it on the show. So real talk, fellas, we've come a long way.
No doubt.
And I'm speaking to, hey, people, y'all don't see the people behind the camera. Speaking to y'all also. We have come a long way to get here. And the crazy thing is, I came up here Sunday night, and there was a debate going on, and I recognized how far we have come. Because the way the debate was going was some of the things that we used to have going on our show. And I sat there and watched it going, wow, people actually watched us do that. You know, they watched us do that. So for real, man, congratulations to you gentlemen, young lady out there. We're really, I mean, this is actually serious. We are an award-winning podcast right now.
How about that?
There's a lot of people that can't say that. Yes, for real. We are an award-winning podcast right now. So, you know, put that feather in your hat and wear it proudly.
Yeah, man, definitely a team award, and we're thankful to everybody that's played a part in this. And it's a nice group of folks who work behind these scenes, man, who do a great job in time and patience. G&J Media, Ben in Phoenix, and of course, couldn't do this thing without the guy who's been with us from day one. There gone Mr. Dwayne Thompson.
Yep.
Been riding to die with us, you know what I mean, from the horrible background stuff to the no volume to yeah, I mean, we've come a long way for sure, man. And then we got, you know, number one fan I see out there. I know you comment, I can't even read it there yet, but shout out to number one fan, man, who also been rolling with us from day one, man. And she rallied the family up and got everybody tuned in. And, you know, they do a good job of making sure everybody know when the different podcasts are on, man. So shout out to all y'all.
Sure.
Want to shout out to be the best caller. I see you, But no, real talk, man. We appreciate everybody. Everybody has been a part of this. There's been a lot, you know, we've had a lot of fun up here, man. We do, you know, but we also feel like we give some good messages out there, man. We give a different conversation. So this has been real dope, man. So congratulations to everybody.
And I'll shout out Phoenix and Thug Nerd. They know who they are. Appreciate you, everything y'all do.
I know we got to get ready to go to break so we can get the show started. But I don't think people understand where we started at. We started after the idea came out before the pandemic. Pandemic hit. We said we was gonna chill. George Floyd situation happened. Angelo hit me up, said, "Hey, bro, people need to talk." He said, "You negative?" Because it was COVID time. I said, "Yeah, I'm good." And we put them microphone condoms on these things. And we got it going, man. So we've been going, rocking and rolling since then, and we don't plan on stopping. So again, appreciate everybody's support. So with that, hang with us for about 3 minutes. We'll be right back. We're going to introduce our guests. We're going to get this subject matter going. You dig?
You wait to the end, go to get some water? Okay.
Oh, yeah, I was waiting for the applause to go down. All right, people, we back, man. We back. Classic Conversations with JT and Low.
And Ask a Cop just stepped out.
Hey, you know, it's Ask a Cop, man.
Y'all know what it is.
It is what it is. But yeah, we're going to keep this thing going. We're going to go ahead and introduce our guest. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, listen. You see him up here in this Pittsburgh Steelers gear? but I just found out he's also a North Carolina Tar Heel fan.
Balanced out.
Yeah, no. I'm Steelers. I ain't got nothing against the Steelers. But when I tell you he ran up the list on my friend meter, just like that. So, sir, how you doing today, man?
Hey, I'm blessed. Appreciate you, brother.
Retired.
Good to be here with you guys.
Retired colonel.
Yeah, stay in the mic,
Bible,
Frank.
all of that type stuff, man. I'm gonna
Yeah,
go
man,
ahead
this is guy right here, man. I'll jump right in, JT, man, because I know you're going to say it anyways. But this guy, man, y'all know, dear friend of mine, man, like a brother to me. Known this guy since my freshman year at West Georgia, his sophomore year. So, I always live around him. He's always older than me as well. But, we both played ball at West Georgia. Yeah, a little shot, Played football at West Georgia together, man, and but we've grown in life together. He started, he did the ROTC thing first, and I kind of saw that, and I followed suit, man, and he took it to a whole nother level, man. Retired full bird colonel in the United States Army.
Thank you for the service.
Yeah, man.
Real.
Has traveled the world. I lost the number of tours a long time ago that he's been on. But know him and the family, man, mom and pops, his wife, Priscilla. I know she was on there earlier today as well, man, the kids. So anyway, he's in town, man, so we had to get him on Classic Konversations, man. So what's up, Frank? How you doing, brother?
Yes, sir, brother. Hey, blessed to be here, first of all. And, just so proud of you guys, man. And we were sitting here talking about all the accolades and everything that you guys have, received here recently, and that's through some hard work and dedication, and we see that every week. We got a lot of our former teammates and your frat brothers, all the guys and gals that we were at West Georgia with, and then everybody here from Atlanta, from all the relationships that you've built over the years, and to see everyone. Paying tribute to you guys and, showing thanks and giving you guys your flowers while you're still here. That's important, man. And you guys are just the epitome of black excellence, man. And, I just want to commend you all. And, thank you for what you do for the community and for everyone.
Hey, did y'all record that?
Yeah, y'all record. That'll make the playback real.
I could take that introduction every week. Hey, appreciate that, Frank. Appreciate
They
that.
said turn his mic up. Just make sure you talk into the mic. Pull it towards
pull it
yourself
a
if you
little
need to.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but
Robbie said, "What's up, Colonel?"
They both already said it. Appreciate
Hey.
your service. 6-year veteran of the Army myself, but for real, you did all the tours. I appreciate your service. My Army time was more like college, to be honest with you. But I did it.
Yeah. Hey, it all counts.
Yeah. So, but no, appreciate your service on that.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna first of all, how you feel about the Tar Heels? Hubert Davis and everything. How you feel?
Hey, bro. Yeah, now
This year.
it's hard, bro. After that 20-point blowing that 20-point lead against Kansas a couple of years ago, it's still hard. And then you see what happened last year, and I don't know if I've ever been more disappointed in a sports team than I was last year watching the Tar Heels go from number one to not making the tournament.
Right.
Last year. This year, a lot of the same, in terms of, they're a good team. I see we got a lot of transfers in, and, we have a shooter finally. Kid Ryan is, lights out. He can stroke the ball. But my concerns, just like everything else, is Hubert Davis and his inability or the lack of intensity. And, it's like if you
He's a
got
Carolina
one player
fan.
on the other team that is killing you.
He's a Carolina fan.
Hey, how about double team that kid and get the ball out of his hands? But we failed to do that. We've had 4 games in the last, let's say 2 weeks. And
Somebody's had their career high against us.
somebody's had their career high against us, and we still don't stop them. And 40, he had a kid go for 40 the other night.
And he got hurt, but
Yeah, and it's just
Look,
been
I'm
consistent.
All right, we're gonna say. Let's go.
I was
Start the topic.
gonna shut it
Start the
down.
topics off.
Yeah,
Start the topics off.
I
La 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 la.
I'm gonna shut it down. I don't. The only reason I miss games is for this.
He's still talking about it.
We're playing right now. That's the
Yep.
only reason I'm missing the game. That's why I got my gear on, because we're in New York and there's not a lot of Tar Heel fans up there, so they need all of us to stand up. So moving on. You know, Angela told me that you got a story to tell, man, that can actually help motivate some people out there.
Yeah.
You know, in regards to being a cancer survivor, slapping it upside the head, pushing it to the side. So go and talk a little bit about that, because we've had some other people on the show. I made sure that she's watching tonight that's actually still going through it right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think you know, first of all, you know, all glory to God with regards to any of these situations and everything that we all have to go through in life. You know, you had our other brother on here, Cheeseburger, here a couple weeks ago, Anthony Green, and that dude's a character, and all the things that he's gone through. And, you know, for me to find myself in this situation, it was like completely unexpected. You know, I was cruising along. You know, I was doing things that, you know, as a black officer, and you know, having the opportunity to be in position to continue, you know, that upward mobility, and
Can I just want to just interrupt real quickly, because I didn't do this in your introduction, but I want to make sure you, because you said something important as a black officer. I wanted you to tell the people what you were the position you was in as a black officer, as being the number of people that have been in your position. Then get back to that just real quick.
Okay, so for my position as being a colonel, being 06, in the field of explosive ordnance disposal.
Oh shit!
So
That's why I wanted to bring that up.
yeah, so I was one of one essentially. So you know, I was blessed. You know, I had a lot of great people around me that helped me to achieve that, but. In the history of the United States Army and Navy, because and I say Navy because the explosive ordnance disposal field is a joint service military specialty. So everybody that's doing bomb squad, bomb disposal work, we all go through the same school. Everybody goes through the same training. They don't care what rank you are. You get treated like crap, and you're either gonna make it or you're not. So you know, I went through all of that, and you know, and like I said, so in the history of bomb disposal dating back to the 1940s, you know, I was the first African American to command an EOD group, so at a brigade level.
Wow.
So,
I mean, so that's truly a blessing.
Hit the applause button for me there, bro.
Yeah, man, that's huge.
Man, that's
I wanted to make sure that was recognized, brother.
phenomenal. Oh yes.
Thank
I mean,
you,
just
guys.
the simple fact that you are a colonel in the United States Army is an accomplishment on its own.
Yeah.
Now you add that to it. Wow.
Yeah, and you know, and like Angelo, you know, we grew up together, and I didn't really know him in Germany when we were young men, but you know, his mom, my dad, you know, and being in the military, you know, we have those similar roots, and we grew up that way, and you know, we had that example. You know, you know, our parents were instrumental in, you know, how we grew up. You know, my dad was retired E7, you know, sergeant first class, and you know, he didn't play. he didn't play, you know, and he's one of those characters that he's always been around. He was around us at the football program, you know, and he's around, you know, all my friends. Everybody knows him. You know, he's very opinionated, man. If he was on here, y'all might get shut down by the FCC or something. So
Sounds like my kind of guy.
yeah, so that dude got lots of opinions about everything. So
Thanks.
yeah, you gotta keep him away from here. But yeah, just going back to that. So you know, one of the other things that has happened recently, I got to meet the daughter. Cindy, her name is Cynthia Bird Connor. She is the daughter of the first black explosive ordnance disposal technician that was in the military period. You know,
Oh, wow.
her dad, you know, there's a great story out called Quiet Strong that she has a book on Amazon, and it talks about her father's struggle and his desire to become an explosive ordnance disposal technician. He was born in Mississippi, and you know, he was 8th grade dropout, and all these things that he achieved from that point going forward, I mean, it's just an amazing story. And if I had the opportunity to meet her, I know we'll talk a little bit about what happened to me, but I was in the hospital recovering from surgery. It was during COVID. I was having another surgery, and I saw her on the screen, and they were talking about a proclamation they were doing in the city of Jacksonville for her father. And, once I saw that, I was like, wow, it was I never knew the story, so I felt a little bit embarrassed. Here I am. I've been in the military almost 30 years at that point, and I did not know the story of the first black EOD technician. And when I read his story and I learned about him, I was like, man, this is incredible. And then the similarities, we were both born in Mississippi. So I was born in Vicksburg, Mississippi. But, because my dad was in the military and was after Vietnam and everything, I never really lived there. I think I spent, 2 grades there. But it was just an amazing story, and I'm proud to, have that included in my journey. But as Lo was talking about, the cancer issues that I have been dealing with since 2017. I had just come back from Iraq. I've been to Iraq, Syria, Afghanistan, Kuwait, 7 separate deployments. So I was the commander as a group commander and as a battalion commander. So I was both in combat, and I was coming back from the deployment to Iraq this last time, and just wasn't feeling well. Something just felt off. And as black men, we typically do just write it off. Hey, it must be allergies. I was trying to come up with anything that I could find to say that it wasn't what it was. And I came back home. And 2 weeks after that, I was on the road, because I was back, and, I had to command the rest of my unit, which I was in command of the 71st Explosive Ordnance Disposal Group, which I had all of the Army bomb squads west of the Mississippi River. They were all under my command. And we were doing a Department of the Army Team of the Year competition in D.C. So I was traveling, and, I said, I told the guy I was traveling with, my command sergeant major, I said, hey, I need to go to the ER. Something ain't right. I don't feel well. And I went to the ER, and, I'm thinking, hey, maybe I got a blood clot in my lung, or, that was like, I would be happy with that at that point. I was just like, something, just tell me what it is, because I felt like if I would sneeze, it felt like my back was going to go through my chest. And I was just having lower back pain and pain on my sternum. And I couldn't explain, what that was. And, my dad was diagnosed with multiple myeloma in 2015, and multiple myeloma, affects the black community at a higher rate, much higher than Caucasians, and it's an environmental cancer essentially, cancer of the blood and bone marrow, because it's a non-hereditary cancer. So the fact that my dad had it was not an indicator that I was going to have it, even though he was exposed to Agent Orange and things of that in Vietnam. So there's nothing to say that I should have gotten cancer, and I got it 20 years before he did, in life. He was 68, I got it at 48. Wow. And so, I went, as I was at the hospital and I was telling them about my symptoms, and, they ran all these tests, and they came out, and the doctor told me, I was stationed in Colorado Springs, Colorado at the time. He said, when you get back to Colorado, you need to go see an oncologist. And at that point, man, I'm like, whoa. I went from, being healthy and doing everything, hard charging, and, I was being groomed by, a couple of fantastic officers. I was in position to become a general officer. And, so that was on my radar. So that's something that I wanted to achieve. And when that happened, everything, the brakes got put on hard. And, so I still deal with that. That's a whole nother conversation, but I deal with that and not being able to follow through and accomplish that. But at the same time, I have to be grateful that the diagnosis was early enough that you were able to treat it. And, although multiple myeloma technically doesn't go into remission, and, I'm able to be here and do things and travel and see people and be there for my family, regardless of the diagnosis. So it was one of those things that changes life. When you get that test, they say, hey, you gotta go do this this PET CAT scan, and I did the CAT scan, and it came back, and my sternum just lit up with lymphatic lesions from the cancer in my lower back. Damn. And so from 2017, I've had a surgery, at least one major surgery every year. I went in, I had a bone marrow transplant. I've had large hiatal hernia removed. I've had GI tract surgery, 2 spinal fusions, a hip replacement, and a spinal cord stimulator, all since 2017. And it's all because, with myeloma, that cancer is a very painful cancer because it's in your bones. And, and if you're in one of those situations where, it's not really anything you can do, it's taking a lot of medication. I've been to all sorts of different treatments. I was in so much pain at one point. I literally thought 2021 was going to be my last year here. I had ballooned up from 170 to 240. Couldn't move because I was in pain all the time. Just popping medication, not doing anything. And when I had that GI tract surgery in 21, that helped out a lot, and it enabled me to get back to a normal weight. Through working out and everything. So. That was a blessing in itself. But I mean, it was a crazy, crazy time in my life, and come out on the other side it's awesome.
Well, brother, you look great.
Yeah, but thank you, sir.
Look great. I know we got to get ready to go to break in about another 5-6 minutes. So I know there's a couple of questions. I want to run down some of them questions that I know. Number one asked. One of the things she asked about your military background. What made you choose demolitions?
Mm-hmm. When I was commissioned field artillery and, combat arms. And, of course, I did not want to do it. I was like, it is, what can you transition to after that? Because I was only planning on doing 4 years. That was the thing. Me and Lo, we would go to ROTC and, man, I'm do this and, just have some time in the service and call it a day. And I'll tell you that, I saw one of the things that really stuck with me over the course of, that early development was I saw a female from West Georgia. I don't remember her name now, but she was in our English class. I just remember she was a senior, and she was in our English class. It was like freshman English. So she was catching up, however you schedule things, it's just how it worked out. And, I was driving down in Jonesboro, and off Jonesboro Road, and I saw her working at the gas station. And I was like, wow, man, I thought this female was so smart and all these things. And, I was like, man, am I going to finish college and I'm going to be working at a gas station? It's like, wow. I mean, that was harsh, because you get there, everybody's football player. We all have some ability. You get there and you realize that, hey, everybody's talented. Everybody has it, but not everybody makes it. So you have to figure out, what was going to be important to you. And, so I ultimately, leaned in and decided that ROTC was going to be it for me. And, so when I came in, they commissioned me field artillery, and I ultimately switched over to ordnance. So I did ammunition, maintenance, and then the fact that the Explosive Ordnance Disposal, bomb squad stuff was out there. I was like, man, nobody does. Black people don't do that. Man, I'm not. Are you crazy? And then, it was a situation where, I made an adult decision and not just thinking about what people were saying and, all those things. I had to learn for myself. I wanted to challenge myself. Could I do it? That was the big thing. So I went ahead and did it. And, I was actually my course honor graduate. So, I actually went in and took it serious and, and attacked it and made it through to the other side.
That's one of the longest schools in the military, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're talking it down, but, man, that's yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy long. We had about a 70% attrition rate, too, going through.
Exactly.
So
it's one of the hardest schools.
So it was very hard. But, I had a good group, just like anything. It's harder to do things if you try to separate yourself and be an individual instead of being part of a team. And I was part of a team, and the guys that were in my class, we all bonded together, and we're still friends to this day. but we all helped each other to get through when we had those struggles, because you're gonna struggle. You got to find something that you're not good at. So, I was blessed to be part of a good group.
You got any more? You see any more questions up there on your list that if you do, we can come back. Once we come back, we can go straight to it.
I think most of them are just statements, just being thankful and.
All right, man. Well, listen, we're about to take a break. Again, appreciate your service, my man. Todd Vick, he's a friend of the show, retired military. He saluted you also. So listen, man. When we come back, we're gonna get into this topic. I'm sure everybody's seen some crazy stuff on the internet, some stuff done by adults, some is done by kids. So we're gonna talk about, as parents, is it worth selling your kids out for some clicks? And also, as grown people, is it worth selling yourself for some clicks? We'll be right back. Classic Conversations with JT and Lo.
That's a come.